lecture was a motivational session covered by Dr. Shikha Agrawal ma'am, professor and HOD at Chameli Devi Institute of Professional Studies on the topic Excellence, a State of Mind. She covered the aspects of daily stress management and how to tackle with pressure at workplace. Now, today we would be having four more lectures in line, and our first lecture for today would be delivered by Dr. Nilesh Mehra sir on the topic Role of Artificial Intelligence in Pharmaceutical Sciences. But before that, I would like to introduce Dr. Nilesh Kumar Mehra sir. Dr. Nilesh Kumar Mehra sir is working as an assistant professor at the Department of Pharmaceutics, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Hyderabad, India. He earned his PhD with Professor N.K. Jain sir from Dr. H.S. Gaur University, Sagar, and postdoc from Irma Lerma Rangel College of Pharmacy, Texas, A&M at Health Science Center, Kingsville, USA. Sir has served as manager in product development, Centus Research Center, Centus Pharma Private Limited, Gurgaon, for development, scale up, and technology transfer of complex ophthalmic inhalation and optic pharmaceutical products. He received Team Award for successful commercialization of ophthalmic suspension product. He has authored more than 60 peer-reviewed publications in high-reputed international journals and more than 15 book chapters and 2 patents. He guided PhD and MS students for their dissertations and research projects. He has received numerous outstanding awards, including Young Scientist and Team Awards for their research output. He is a peer reviewer of various international journals and publishers. Currently, he is
ये सर म्यूट हो गई है। हेलो मैडम, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। अपर्णा मैडम।
we are so blessed to have such a renowned personality in between us. And now I request sir to please start your session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Aparna, for a nice introduction about me and brief profile about my profile. So, can I start my share screen right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks a lot. So I'm starting. This is screen share, and now I think my slides are visible for all.
यस सर।
Is this fine?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first I would like to congratulate to Chameli Devi Institute of Pharmacy for organizing a wonderful teacher training program with the jointly collaboration with this AICTE-RGPV, and I hope this artificial intelligence will spark a lot of knowledge about the AI or the different software that we are using in the pharmaceutical science for development of the product, as well as for the we are using in the different research perspective. So now I would like to start my presentation. The topic is on role of artificial intelligence in the pharmaceutical science. So before going to this start this disclaimer about my presentation. The presentation reflect these views of the presenter and should not be construed to represent of NIPA's views or the any policies. And the information which I have taken from the different scientific sources, literature, article, book chapters, and the websites. And somehow I've taken some pictures from the Google that are available in this area. So there is no discrimination. Now, my focus of the flow of presentation, I would like to introduce before, like in this, initially the background or the beginning history related to this AI and the different perspectives and their different classes of that we are using in the pharmacy, the different kind of the materials that the software that we are being used in the our research purpose, and the different pros and cons of each AIs that we are using nowadays, and their possible application followed by the case studies. So firstly, I would like to go in a beginning, that is the research background. So like this artificial intelligence is that we can say that, or we can define as this is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially by utilizing the intelligent computer program. As the father of artificial intelligence, John McCall, he also defined it. It is the science and engineering of making intelligent machine. But and with this by using this AI techniques can utilize the different kind of the techniques that we can based on this, like for example of statistical analysis or statistical treatment of data expert system, that primarily that we can rely on to the or this machine learning. So this artificial intelligence, they are referring with the help of computer or computer aided design, computer enabled robotic system to the process information, and they can produce the outcomes or the our output. So that it's like a thought of the process of our human in the learning system, in the more decision making, more this solving problems. So this ultimate goal of this by utilizing this AI system is to development of the some system or the AI enabled system they are making to the decision making and this problem solving as per the similar to the our human logic system and the human logic reasoning. So if we are going to the statistics in the AI, if the data is showing on the that are taken from the 2 years ago, so we are expanding and utilizing the lot of these AI systems into the for our research purpose and our product development. We are using the for diagnostic in vitro drug testing. We are in all areas that we are using this or utilizing the AI based system. So huge literature is available on this AI system, and this AI system is not only focusing on one individual countries, it is expanding in the entire world, entire global level. So most of, like you can see also there's USA and UK and China, they are using a lot as compared with other countries. So this is about statistics about that. Now, what is like we have just one little difference between the AI and the machine learning. A machine learning is an artificial in techniques that we can be used to design and training of the some software related of the algorithm based system. So this AI that we can use in the drug discovery and by using the different software or the machines in this by using this technology that is more simulated with to the human intelligences process, so that it would be help to find out a new molecules to identify a new target, new drug molecules, and the different for development of the some or any personalized medicine in our pharmaceutical science. So if you are seeing here, we are target about the status of the growth of this AI. So major companies, they are operating in this AI-enabled drug delivery, drug discovery system by adopting of the different strategic techniques with the collaboration with the research and the discovering of the drugs using this AI. And they are significantly getting this popularity in this AI domain. Here also you can see the statistic growth rate till this, and we are expecting like this by the 2023 42.9. And here also some recently in January 2021, the US FDA has also launched and published the guidance on the artificial intelligence, machine learning, AL, ML for as a softwares, as a medical device, action plans. Over there, this the FDA have also defined the AI. What does it mean by the AI, and how it will be useful for the machine learning, and how we can utilize in a deep learning with the help of this AI and this machine. Like for example, if we are facing we faced a lot of problem during like a heart attack problem, cardiovascular problem. So like some smart sensor based device system that we are able we scientists have developed that AI based smart sensor device system, so that we can predict, we can determine this the probability of a heart attack. So that definitely it would be helpful for our human system, as so that is the contribution of our pharmaceutical science also. And similarly, if I just give you one example, like some imaging system that would be also helpful for diagnostic purpose. So if those dreadful disease, and those are very dreadful disease that are present in our entire globes, and then scientists, researchers are working throughout the 24 by 7 to find out the cure or the treatment. So in that early stages, we determine, we diagnose the level and their class, how much the level is that. So definitely we are able to do, we are able to cure that dreadful disease. So this is about the constituents of the AI. So that we have to think about, like the AI intelligence system that having like a human thought process, equivalent like simulation, knowledge, sorry, knowledge using the symbols, characteristics that we associate with this intelligence as to mimicking of the human brain or human intelligence, non-algorithmic base where people are vetted by using this intelligence, and heuristic method that we can utilize for development of this AI enabled system. Now coming on to the AIs, because we know that if some system or see some new research or new way of finding it happen, they have some pros and cons always with us. But so like if we are talking to this AI enabled, definitely their pros is much higher. Like for example of error-free processing system, because we are just giving the command to the computer-aided drug design, this system or AI enabled system. So they give you there is like a minimizing of the human error that usually what's happened in the previously in our pharmaceutical system, help in the repetitive job. This system, because they are the AI based, so they are available by 24 by 7, and they are giving to the right decision with the proper way and digital assistance. These are the some pros that I would like to discuss here. And however, from this pros, we if we are talking about the cons, so like because these are the AI enabled system, so we definitely we face some problem as a human being. So like first is the price. So these are having the price, high cost, and because we are if we are using so much AI based system or machine, so definitely it lead to further increase this unemployment. Like for us in India or the other countries, those having the high population, we don't have a problem with this manpower. So that is the one drawback that we faced, increase the unemployment, lacking creativity and improvement if we are more depending on to the some AI system or machines. So that we have a probability with this creativity and the improvement and the no human application. So this is the pros and cons related by this AI. So now coming on to the our daily life, because this AI that has been entered in our life, and every day when we are woke up till to the night when we go went for the sleep, so we are using the AI. Like if we are using the smartwatch, we are using the and the smartwatch is available on other by the different companies. So like for example this watch, it's showing here the our summary what we are taking are like heart rate, we are if we are using the breath information. So they are giving us our daily routine information, as well as they are summarized into the weekly. So they we can take it up the help from that, and it would be, we can't say that only the take up the help, we it would be helpful for and like making the our life so easier, like you breathe calendar and whatever we can feed it in our this AI enabled, and they are giving the information time to time. So you can here also say, like if we are using in a running, walking, jogging, so they are providing the information how much calorie we want, how much exercise we had done, how much kilometer we ran it. So those information we can easily gain out for improvement of our life and our lifestyle. You can see here also in this COVID-19 pandemic period, we also so much familiar with this AI enabled, like AI enabled thermometer we use nowadays for the pediatric or the children care. So it is your earlier previously this for checking determining this temperature in the pediatric or kids people is not easy. It is very difficult to for accurate results. So that AI enabled thermometer we can use, just hit onto the hand and then we can get the accurate temperature. Similarly, pulse oximeter to get the level of this, we can get it. Pedometer previous, it is also the advanced this one useful for the runner and walking system, walking in the for the helpful for the humans. And here also you can see in the every in our daily life, like speakers, they are AI enabled. The smartwatch, I give it the example. Thermostat, some robotics waste system, like in a COVID-19, some robotic waste we had that we just, so they will not come in a come in a contact, so the contamination is less, and they are properly distributing all the foods and necessary medication. Appliances, some remote controls, hearable automobiles, motives, these are the other instrument that we are using in the daily life. Similarly, like this AI and machine learning in our daily life, like for example of, I think Alexa is in our home. We feed all the data, our birthday, anniversary, the calendar, and they routinely revise, giving our information at the required time. So that is the one good things for us, to reminding us also for our dearest one, so we don't forget their birthdays in our busy schedule as well also. Recently, like then a blue link in our car, that is also very like useful for AI enabled system. So that what happened in that case, we can also access our car based on the AI system. They can give the alerts for surveys, their location based divine remote sensing, security, safety, so that we can usually helpful for our vehicle relationships. So that we are like, for I am here staying and my car is on somewhere else, so my driver, he will not go on whatever the distance I set. After that, it won't work, it won't drive. So that is helpful for us. Even is showing the some air problems or some other, so that system will alert to us, so we'll not face any problem during this driving. Driverless car, that is also in a AI enabled. If we don't have a time, we are so busy person, so we just feed the our location, and this driverless car will be go. But I also said that because that in the that leading to the unemployment of this. If we are using the driver one, so that one person is got the employment. But if we are using the driverless car, definitely on our car and ourselves. So GPS device that give the direct location to us, and very precise how to take the right, left. So that is helpful for in the metro cities or the some unknown cities for us. Nowadays, face recognition and the AI-enabled attendances we are using in the corporate, in the business sector, or even though in the school or college, university level also. In the public place, we are using this thermal scanning device. So that is also useful for, we can directly in a huge group. So those are the daily life example for AI and machine. Now coming on the type, different kinds of the like as per the USFD guidance also. So AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So any techniques that in the we can use to make that this AI enable computer to mimic of a human brain. In the AI we use in healthcare, like research and the variable drug discovery, virtual assistant, patient data and risk analysis, hospital management, mental health, surgery, lifestyle, digital health, monitoring and diagnostic. So that AI enabled waste we can utilize here. Similarly, like this machine learning I also defined as per the FDA. It is an AI technique that can be used to design and plan of any this software algorithm. So that is based on the fact of the some data analysis, or data analysis. So it is simply a data analysis method that automate analytical model building and using the algorithm that we can get it out. So in this machine learning, that is also divided in three, that is the supervised learning, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So in supervised, that is we can classify and this classification regression based. So this supervised learning useful for designing this diagnosis disease. And in terms of regression supervised drug efficacy ADME, that we can predict, that would be helpful for our further in clinical trial. In unsupervised way, clustering or feature finding we can do it, and that would be helpful for this disease subtype and the target kind of discovery. In reinforcement learning machine, that is helpful for the decision making execution, so that in decision making we can utilize, like for example, some kind of de novo drug design systems that would be helpful for synthesizing of the molecules or the new molecules, that would be helpful. In this reinforced execution system, we can utilize this experimental design that would be a part of this quality-wide design approach. And at last, we can utilize this deep learning. So deep learning, it is a deeper subset of the AI that process the data and create the patterns for decision making purpose or our objectives. These are the some AI's application in the pharmaceutical and healthcare industries. So that AI, it would be helpful for patients stratification in drug makers, lifestyle advice to the patients or the critically some ill patients, diagnosis, clinical disease support, predictive analysis, that would be helpful for the researcher purpose, and it would be helpful for the CRO laboratories, so that they can develop of a good or better and safe and effective product development. This is also AIs in the drug discovery and development. You can see here the different classes, like for if we are talking about the aggregating and synthesizing informants. So for example, RPGO biosciences, they also use this AI for combining of new RNA sequencing. So and this mind data to helpful quickly identify the direct target of the novel synthesized drugs, and the status is all available in the TRL5. Similarly, like understanding the disease mechanism. So here we can also utilize this AI. So like for phenomics AI, that is useful for this analyzing of genome by screen, discovering of the next generation of the therapeutics or therapies against this cancer. And this is also available in the TRL3. Similarly, structure also that is available in this software enable reconstruction for research and drug targeting. So that would be available in the TRL8 right now, and would be expanding. Similarly, for generating of novel drug and like candidates, so that and these are some other atom wise to revive. It is available in the different class of the their stage of the innovation. So TRL5 atom-wise is available. That is for the structure-based deep central neural network-based. So that we can predict of the bioactivities of these biomolecules, and also helpful for development. Similarly, this other also available in this TRL4 and TRL3. So that definitely we can say that it would be helpful for in the drug discovery and the development purpose. That is one more thing is important, and that everybody know about this lock and key analogies in the enzyme system. We studied in the previously in the graduation and post graduation time. So that if we want to like in a nowadays everybody talk about the drug targeting concept by utilizing the novel techniques, novel phenomena. So this AI would be helpful for the in drug discovery with the by the concept of that is the lock and key analogy. So like key, that is the or synthesized drug molecules or any other bio molecule that we want to utilize in the therapy. So another the target, like for example, with the help of we are using the we are talking about the targeting approach. So we use a lot of ligand targeting ligand them they particularly identify when they are administered or they are coming to the systemic circulation, they easily identify their receptor where they want to be wind with them. So that is the ligand receptor kind of approach, and here that is the one drug lock and key analogies. If based on this this AI enabled system, we we are able to find out that it would be really work out or not work. So definitely this kind of the approach helpful for us before going to the experimentation part or before going to the lab work. So initially we can screen out so that it or whatever the hypothesis we are setting out, that really work or not, so that we can it. So in that this way, drug and target that work, and they will get the correct fit or so that for specificity we can get the reaction. Or it would be also helpful for like some this chemical approach system for synthesizing new drug molecules, or the computer aided drug design kind of that. So based on this lock and key mark analogy or this concept, like this is our we divided in the target identification. That is the first approach. Then first screening, lead compound identification, drug candidate selection, and then we go for the preclinical testing before to perform of the clinical trial. So this is like in the target identification, we need to find out that, and based on this hypothesis we find out the locking for a new dose. That one approach, that it means we need to find of a new disease that we want to target, or we want to synthesizing of a new molecules. That is the one thing, so that we cover in the target identification. Second one is like that first screening. So the testing already available keys, screening of some small molecules and library. So with the available, as with the huge literature or scientific literature is available related to the disease or related to the mechanism, drug targeting or the targeting concept, and the some previously uh, history of the molecules. If some information is available on related to that molecules, or if we are synthesizing of a new molecules, that is about innovation purpose. So that we have to work on for this to find out the proper keys. So after that, uh, we come on to the designing of the perfect key, like with the help of de novo drug design synthesis for the synthesizing of APIs or the other excipient that we using. So that would be we cover in the designing of the perfect key. So that's why it come into the lead compound identification. That is the major, we can say, determining step here. Optimizing the structure of available keys with good fit so that we can get the proper correct fit and for leading to the specificity or the reaction. So the drug optimization, for example, of nowadays we are using of the drug repurposing also. So the those drugs are existing in our scientific literature. We further utilize based on their structure, based on their functional moieties. Then we further explore out in a different disease treatment. So that is the one part of for the drug repurposing. Now that would be also good. So with the help of this lock and key, we can easily optimize and we can get the optimization or the repurposing of the drugs. So that it would be helpful for for the drug candidate, proper drug candidate selection. So then if all the data in a preliminary we have a little bit information, so definitely our product would be lead in a safe and effective manner. So then after that optimization or this drug candidate selection, we can go ahead for the preclinical testing. So if we get the success of preliminary data and then preclinical testing, so that we can further go for the clinical testing, and we can ask to the optimize these keys in for the from the regulatory agencies to perform the clinical trial in a different phase manners. So that I discuss about this AI enabled in the this de novo design and molecular dockings and computer aided drug design. So like this is the one example also you can see here also. So that with the help of this computer-aided drug design or the molecular docking system, we can also uh, this and AI and statistical method that would be helpful for pre-docking screening, selection of the protein conformation or the biomolecules for virtual screening. And like nowadays we are also entering into the biologics based product development. So definitely this kind of these AI and statistical method, it would be helpful for selection of their preliminary actions, or if they are going further give to the proper reaction or the effective response or not. So that is a post-docking screening system we can further also. So that one more ligand based approaches that I discussed just before in the previous slide, that based on this targeting ligand based approaches that we can use. So that would be helpful for the winding of this ligand to their system or to their particular required site. So that would be helpful also. What and also for the like biomolecules protein conformation that we can check out with the help of this AI enabled or this virtual screening at preliminary layer. So post docking screening we can also perform. Winding free energy method that useful for post doc screening. Molecular dynamic simulation that we can also perform with this AI enabled system, so that we can predict and we can identify of the proper representative of this biomolecules or any like other biomolecules, biologic molecules confirmation. To that we can get lot of preliminary screening with the help of that, so that or whatever the energy we can utilize into the experimentation and then further optimization to lead toward to the preclinical and clinical assessment or the therapeutic response. If we are talking about the product development, the if nowadays, because previously our pharmaceutical science has been engaged into the simple kind of the formulation, that we can say the only the not utilizing of a multiple unit operation. They are like single or probably like a 2 to 3 unit operation we usually perform in a phase wise manner. Similarly, like in the tablet formulation, solid dosage form or other, so that we not go in a multiple unit operation. So that unit operation that would be not inter related to each other. So that is that we can say also so easier. But nowadays we, because we are doing the research and we are developing of the product in a more complex way, or the complex their manufacturing or method or the fabrication method is like very complex. So we nowadays this quality and this, even though this FTA or or EMC or the Japanese different regulatory, um, they asking about the quality by design approach. So with the help of quality by design approach, we can get sort out the major problem that we can face at the scale of labor or during the technology transfer. So before going to the technology transfer, we rectified all the problems by utilizing with the our human brains. We are utilizing our experience based on this R&D lab where we executed a lot of batches, so that they introduce the quality by design approach, so that we can also utilize the Q6, this ICH Q6, Q7, Q8, Q9, Q10 guideline, so that we can utilize quality by design. We can initially assess risk assessment related to the APIs, other excipients, the risk assessment related with to the instruments, risk assessment related to the manufacturing process. So a lot of parameters we can initially uh, optimize and we easily screen out, so that our product will not be hamper any failure mode. So that's why the risk assessment is also very important, and this QVD. And in this QVD, we are nowadays utilizing the design of experiment. So in that case, previously we are utilizing one factor at a time, that is we call like a OFET. So we focus on the one factor at a time, and then rest of the factor we. So why the we usually perform a lot of experiment, but with the help of this design of experiment in the for the optimization, or with the help of the design space control strategy, definitely we are able to sort out the all factor, and we can easily screen out all the multiple factor at a one time. So by with the help of that, we will get the more like a lesser run, or the minimum trial run for our optimizing of the all dependent or independent variables or the factors. So like for example, initially we can set out with the help of this QBD. So when we are, for example, I am a scientist, and the business model has provided me to develop one complex ophthalmic product. So initially, I have to go on the all kind of the literature, scientific literature. If APIs is available, and their APIs is a DMF, drug master file, is approved by the some regulatory guidelines, I will go on a completely that detail about the APIs, and then we will go on a quality target product profile, that is we call QTPP. Initial level we will have to set up the all target product profile related to the product. Then we will come on to the APIs. Then we will come on to the other excipients. If any other critical like polymers, those having the very important parameters, so that we can focus on. Then we come on the if any specific machine is required. That is one. So here, like with the help of this critical process parameter, the process that is very critical for our formulation, that we need to identify and record it and document it. So that would be helpful for designing of the process. Similarly, the materials related attributes of the parameter, like for polymers, those having the high viscosity grade, or they're having the gelling properties, or they having the multiple viscosity grade kind of polymer, or they have like a pH dependent kind of. So these uh, parameter we need to assess at a initial level, so that will be helpful. That is come into the quality by design, or helpful for with the help of this design of experiment. Similarly, like critical quality attributes related CQS related bit to the each excipient, like not only the polymer, if we are using preservative, if we are using any other excipient that is more critical for their particular action. So these are like all others, like API purity, mixing time, speed, temperature, excipient compatibility, homogenization, proper agitation, excipient, their physical properties. Here also in the CQS, like for this polymer, those having the rheological profile. So we can check out the shear rate of shear, and their what happened in the rheological profile. Either they are inter correlated with to this rheology profile with to the pH, so that we need to also assess. Otherwise, when we are performing the batch execution in the plant, suddenly it will get the increase in the pH, and then our viscosity has been dropped down or the increased down. So that similarly, the particles are related to the APIs or the other parameter that we can consider, that is come into the CQAs. So this with the help of CPAs, CMAs, and the CQAs, these are build up a strong profile for our product development, and definitely with the help of the DOE, by using nowadays lot of the software is available. For example, Design Expert, Jump, or many tabs. So we, and even though so many kind of the design experiment is available, full factorial, half factorial, Volkswagen. So based on the our factors that we want to screen out, that we can select out the our design expert program. So with the help of this, we can utilize this DOE of this for the requiring data to during this manufacturing process, or the molecular modeling technique for data as for the get to the say development of the safe and effective product development. So this is some case studies based on this AI enabled with the help of this QVD approach. You can see here also the artificial neural network applied to QVD, from formulation development to till to the clinical outcome. So with the help of this AI enabled, with the help of this QBD or the different software, we will be able to develop of this AI network and then ANN and then design space, and we will get the our bioequivalent drug product that in terms of the generic formulation. So this is QBD approach using the ANN, this artificial network, neural network, and the AI techniques to control of the critical quality attributes of like tablet, that is, bed granulation involve a lot of unit per particle, multiple unit of. So initially we can identify this CPP, critical process parameters, CQS, critical quality attribute, and we based on this CPP and CQS based on the what initially we set the quality target product profile, and after that we will go for the risk assessment, like for the particle size. If those API having the concern about the particle size, definitely it will impacting onto the resolution profile. So those kind of interlinked we will uh, take up to assessment for the failure mode and different analysis for the failure. This is one the for RAM period. One more also for that, with the help of this AI enabled, we can get the like ADME characteristics. That would be also helpful. In silico analysis for ADME properties. So that this is one example for this extraction of compound from the this survivability and isolation of compound by the help of this GCMS method analysis. So with the help of the molecular docking, we can predict and we can helpful for the their response. It would be really work or not. Application in emerging different disease. So like for example, disease prediction, we can utilize this AI machine learning methodology that they can predict the for the disease that would be helpful, really work or not. Characterization of the different structure of the other virus, like with the COVID-19 and different functional sites that we would be further take up for the other research purpose. Drug repurposing. Nowadays everybody is like this drug repurposing, some other existing system, those are the safe and effective as per the grass, so that we further take off in a different disease treatment. So that is the one I think major fantastic approach. Novel drug development, that would be helpful for also novel product development. So we are doing a lot of research and we are expending a lot of energy and our intelligence. So definitely we need to be that we have to develop the product that would be helpful for our human perspective. So this is the major pharmaceutical companies, they are utilizing the AI and they are adopting. This is some example for this. This Novartis they are using for the some compound. This is the AI companies that actively across the drug and the utilizing the AI during the life cycle of the product. So as I also spoke about the previous slide, that it would the all AI enabled system would be helpful for the discovering of the drugs synthesis, or the helpful for the different way in silico drug designing, this QBD approach, design of experiment. So that would be helpful for targeting of the drug discovery, target the drug design, drug synthesizing, optimization. So that here in this we can get it, we will get the proper identification, proper validation, and in this optimization, so that we can lead toward to the preclinical and clinical development of the product. And after that we can also helpful for this is not limited on to the this preliminary till to the preclinical clinical. After that clinical data, we can utilize the AI enabled system to, like, nowadays we can say the data analytics. Even though the job employment is available in the data analytics, and Novartis for the other companies, they are take off the student on a uh, high demand. Now coming to the one very important, that is the artificial intelligence based 3D printing technologies. So nowadays we are also, I think, more familiar with this technology. So this 3D, with the help of this 3D printing technology, that would be helpful for creating of the physical object with their defined geometric represented by the addition of the different material or excipient. And we can say that the layer by layer fabrication of this three-dimensional structure that would be helpful for us or for our pharmaceutical field. And this layer by layer the kind of the design we can do it with the help of the this computer aided drug design techniques. In this, if you are commercializing perspective, so the literature is suggested that the first commercialized was done in 1980s by the Charles Hall. Yet you can see also at the left side the 3D printed heart model is also available. Similarly, this 3D printed based on the artificial corneal model, they are available to the help of this 3D printing. So the sputum, the first 3D printing FDA approved drug for epilepsy patient, it is available in the market, and this sputum was produced with the help of the one of the kind of the technique, that is the inkjet waste printing technology, that was patented by the Apticium Pharmaceutical by the name of Zip dose. And this technique, this sputum Zip dose, produces a highly porous objective water penetration in the tablet occurs at a much higher or much faster pace, so that would be helpful for the first disintegration, for fast disintegration the as of the sputum. And sorry, it has the ability to easily incorporate this test masking up also. And this sputum, that is the zip dose submitted by this FDC pharmaceutical in the to the FDA for approval in this December 2004, and they reached the launch drug into the this product into the 2016. So this is a Gypto technology that made it with the following of a sequential step. First, medicament is sprayed into this thin layer, and then this thin layer liquid is dropped onto this powder layer, and then this bind up to the particles together in a thin kind of porous layer. So that's why they lead to the fast disintegration time. This process is repeated with this specific number of times to make like in layer by layer or the multiple layers based on this dosage form, and building the product from to the bottom to the top. You can see here also the in the four steps, 1 2 3, from left right and then at the bottom. Nowadays, like in a medical device, that is also emerged area for like with the help of this 3D printing techniques. So medical device, not only this pharmaceutical science, I can say. So other injectable product, they are using this medical device, like for example free filled syringe, PFS, or a lot of other techniques that because with those we are facing a lot of challenging in the stability, and we are facing a lot of challenge in the degradation of the APIs, molecules, or the polymer. So a lot of entry of this medical device is enter into in that area. And then with the help of this 3D printed around 85 3D printed medical device for marketing in the US was approved by the FDA in the 2015. And this most of this medical device, they were granted or they were clearance through the 510K process. And this what does this mean, the 510K process? So this as per the section 510K process of the Food and Drug and Cosmetic this act. So this they are require the manufacturing to give the more clearance in a more faster way to sell out this medical device based drug this device to the market. So it has been taken place to an legally marketed medical device. And even though this recently we also introduced this year last year to Naipur Hyderabad, Naipur Kolkata, and Guwahati, and now offering this MTech in the medical device. So that would be coming by the Naipur JE also. So this is an interesting course also in the medical device sector. 3D printed software, creation of a computer-aided drug design file, conversion into the file, printer equipment, printer setup, and manufacture of the object with the help of this. So this is also helpful for the rapid development of a rapid kind of the fast prototyping kind of technology in this medical field, that would be possible with the help of this imaging techniques or AI enabled, or with the help of imaging processing and reconstruction of that kind of the device. They depending if we are talking the classification, they are available in the three major, that is the inkjet based printing system, second one laser based writing system, third one is a nozzle based deposition system. So in the first one, that is the inkjet system. So in the I showed this spritum, that is also based for the this inkjet based technology. So in this inkjet based technology, that is useful for further also utilized in continuous inkjet printing, or we can go on a drop on demand printing, and this further drop on demand printing on like a drop on the solid deposition, or the drop on drop particular deposition. So what kind of the dosage form we are trying to develop, that is depending on to the first selection of the this technique. This laser based writing system, that is available in the stereolithographic concept principle. However, in the third one, that is the nozzle based deposition system, that is available in the fused deposition FDM based, or the pressure assisted micro syringe kind of the system. Hello. Okay. Okay. I think that is from your side. So this is the material, different material we can utilize, like a polymer, ceramic, or metallic kind of, for basic material that, for this designing of the type and their different composite, we can also utilize in the polymer, ceramic, and metal one. Now coming to the what kind of, as I spoke about that, the what kind of the dosage form or the drug product we want to develop it. So either they are liquid waste, powder waste, or the solid waste. So with the if we are targeting liquid waste, so with the help like some polymers, either they are the thermosetting, thermoplastic kind of polymers, or the some metal waste or composite waste, for example of carbon fiber. So we need to be adopting this stereolithography technique. If we are talking about the powder, sorry, this polymer based thermoplastic and waxes or the other, so FDM is taking care. Similarly, like selective laser is centering also in the powder based or the also. So what happened in this FDM model, fused deposition method? So we usually take up this FDM. You can see here the proper layer while formation of layer, and this FDM based approach having the some also advantage and disadvantage, like faster printing time, large print volume, or the shortest orientation. But it also suffers some drawback, like least precise, that cannot be make the part with a high, more complex or more complexity, because it is like a deposition, this filament. So they form of a different layer. Similarly, stereolithography based, so it having the high precise, low cost, can create more complex as compared to the FDM, but largest amount of the post processing is concerned, and it is a time taking process. Similarly, selective laser sintering, so multiple point, use of multiple material, durability of materials, least amount of post processing, and they are suffering by the high cost or the smallest printer volume. This is the schematic represented at the right side also for this. So now coming to the application of the 3D printing technology in our pharmaceutical, particularly in the drug delivery. So we can utilize in a personalized drug dosing, personalized topical treatment device. We can develop a novel dosage form and drug delivery device, medical device system, 3D printed polyfill. We can, as well as we can get out the complexing the release profile with the help of this AI enabled technique. One, we are talking about the future perspective, that is the 4P concept, that is the predictive, preventive, personalized, and the participatory. So that would be helpful for radically perform data architecture and data sharing, and improved for the accuracy, predictability, speed of the discovery, designing, regulatory relationship in that, like a win-win kind of approach, drug discovery with the help of new skills and the talent, and for the drug discovery that we can do. So that is a brief about of this AI, machine learning, and deep learning, along with the this 3D printing. That is the one kind of the approach. So now I have, like, if you have listened properly my presentation, if you are able to answer this, you can answer in the chat box here. Like, FDA has not yet approved 3D printing product. It is false. You can type in the chat box. That would be helpful for understanding that for me as well. So as I explained about this AI and the 3D printing. Second, like, which one of the followings that we consider in a 3D printer, like fused deposition method, inkjet printer, stereolithography, or that is the option D, that is A, B, and C, or either they are not following of any, so that we can say none of the above. The motivation of this 3D printing in medicine is as follows: increase product complexity, increase personalization, point of care on demand manufacturing, or the by combining A, B, and C, or either none of the above. That you can also type in the chat box. 3D printing is a layer by layer addition of material to make a 3D dimensional object. That is also known as like a additive manufacturing. Is this true or false? You can also type in the chat box. So that is the question you can type like this. And this is recently I my the two project I granted from the DRDO and the Central Research Union, this is screen or disorder, and the two patent I filed on the topical formulation. This is my current research team, including myself, and I have a 4 PhD scholar and 5 MS students. They are working on to the novel topical and the injectable formulation for the development of the product. And thank you for listening. If you have any question or the query, that I would be happy to answer from anyone, or either you can type or you can email to me anytime. I would be more happy to answer.
Thank you so much, sir. And now request, if anybody is having any doubt or query, they can ask sir or write in the chat box. Anybody is having any query? Okay, thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful session on role of artificial intelligence in pharmaceutical sciences. And definitely it will be helpful for all of us. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you and namaste.
Now, our next speaker is going to join us in few minutes. So we'll wait for a while. Our next speaker is Dr. Revati A. Gupta ma'am. She is going to join us soon. So we'll wait for a while.
I think, yeah, Aparna, this is a very nice teacher training program on the AI that I really feel that it would be helpful for teachers to learn about the AI and the other software that we are using in the development of the product. And
Yes.
last year, we also conducted one workshop on this AI machine and in the product development.
Okay.
So that will also, I feel that, so it would be, I am so happy that you guys are working on this AI and teacher training program, particularly on AI. So I congratulate to all and all your team for it.
Thank you, sir.